Hi everyone, I'm Suey.
I'm Tori.
She sort of has her own channel, but she sort of isn't doing it.
It's hard, guys, to have a YouTube channel.
People think having a YouTube channel is easy. You just get in front of the camera and talk, and then you stick it up on YouTube. It's not that easy. Anyway, so she's joining me today to do our Christmas holiday week something, whatever, book haul. And we have a true haul today. A lot of times when I do book haul videos, I've just got a little tiny stack, and I call them a mini haul because it seems funny to call like 3 books a haul. But this time we truly have a haul. Because why not? We went all out. And so she's joining me today to share her books that she got to, since she says she doesn't want to put it up on her own channel. So, and since we share books, and so it feels like her haul is my haul and my haul is her haul. Make sense?
It's just all books.
Yeah. So we're going to do one big video with all the books we got. You'll have to ignore the bird in the background. I can't do anything about him. He's just going to yell at us, so.
Also, the cat is
is
playing under the tree.
So we will have pet issues, but oh well, that makes it interesting, right? I thought we would kind of go in order of the whole past week we've just had and all our different book accumulations we've had. So the first thing that happened was our book club book exchange, which we do every year. For Christmas, what I have people do is bring a wrapped book that was something that was their favorite from the year. So
that they read that year, not necessarily published that year.
Right. Something that they read that year that they loved.
Their favorite book that they read that year.
So that we wrap it up and then we do like a white elephant sort of game and just see what book we end up with at the end of the game. And so that was the first thing that happened. And the one I ended up with from that game is The Adventures of Amina Al-Sarafi by Shannon. Oh my gosh, say that one for me.
I have no idea. Chakraborty.
Yes, anyway. So my friend Cammie raved about this book. And when she raved about it, I don't remember where I saw it, probably on her Instagram. I was like, oh my gosh, I'm going to have to read that book. And then I ended up with it. She brought it and I ended up with it. So I'm very excited. And it's a pirate story. That's all I know. A retired lady pirate.
And I've been wanting to read that one too, so I'm excited.
Oh no. I don't know what else to say about it. I don't know. And you ended up with?
I got They Both Die at the End by Adam Silvera from Daphne.
Yay, Daphne.
This is one I've been wanting to read, so yeah.
Now this is one that I ended up with last year from this other thing that we do. Yes. I think. So now we have 2 copies of this one, technically.
But I have my own pile of books at my place, so
she's got her own
in my collection now.
Yeah. So the other thing that Cammie does at this book club, and Cammie, I think this might end up being a tradition now that you've done it 2 years in a row. She brings a pile of books that she doesn't really necessarily want to keep. So she's just giving away, and a lot of them are book of the month books that she read, but then just knows that she doesn't want to necessarily keep. And she like just puts them on the floor and says, whoever wants one can take one.
Take what you want.
And so I ended up with The Circus Train by Amita Parika, which sounds like a historical fiction, World War II kind of a thing. And Tori ended up with
Happiness Falls by Angie Kim, which is some sort of Korean American family story.
Oh my goodness. Kitty, go away.
Why? As soon as we film,
I know.
She has to climb the tree.
She doesn't even do this normally.
Well, I noticed that we have Miracle Creek,
yes.
downstairs.
That's the one I read.
So no one else was picking this one up, so I just took it.
That's kind of how this one was. It was left at the end, and I'm like, what the heck? So I took it.
Yeah, Queen of Thieves by B.Z. Marsh. I think it's also... It's post-World War II, London, 1946.
So when we're in the mood for some historical fiction, we know where to go. I thought maybe I would do Book of the Month finally as a Christmas gift to myself, but I haven't done it yet. I'm just so nervous to do it.
Guilty about it?
Yeah, I'm just so nervous to do it because I'm afraid I'm just going to accumulate more and more and more books that I don't actually end up reading. So I don't know. So that was book club. And then what happened next? Christmas? So Christmas, we found some books underneath the tree. And we got some books from each other. And we gave some books that are in our stash now. And so, first of all, this one Tori gave to me, The Name Drop by Susan Lee, and I already read it.
Wow.
Because I had to read 2 more books for my Goodreads goal. I have today and tomorrow to finish. And so I picked this one up and read it real fast because I knew I could get through it fast. And so that was my second to last book of the year.
Maybe I should take it and read it tomorrow.
It's really cute. Another sort of Korean tie-in because these kids are both Korean. The dude is like from Korea and the girl is like Korean American. I'm not sure if I could consider him Korean American because he came from Seoul. But anyway, it's like a mistaken identity, Prince and the Pauper kind of a story where they switch places for their summer jobs at this big company in New York. What did I give you?
You gave me this stack of John Mars books because I read John Mars's like distant future collection with like the Passengers, the Minders, and I loved them. And so these are like his other standalone thrillers that I don't think are part of that world, but I've been wanting to read them because I love John Mars. I'm kind of nervous though, like what if they're not as good?
I was going to say, hopefully you're in a John Mars mood all this year too.
Because I don't think they're in that world, and so they might be like way totally different. But anyway.
But you need to find out, right?
Yeah, there's Keep It in the Family, What Lies Between Us, When You Disappeared, and The Good Samaritan.
It'll be interesting to see what you think. Just randomly under the tree was this stack of books, right? Yeah. I think I'm gonna finally get to this one. The Perks of Being a Wallflower. MJ raved about this one when she decided she wanted to challenge us all to read more banned books this next year.
Is this one banned?
Yeah, this one's on the challenge list.
I read this one this year because it was one of the prompts on our reading challenges was a book published in the year you were born, and this one was published the year I was born.
Well, and I keep thinking I've already read it, but I don't think I have. But I think that's because I get it mixed up with another book. So it'll be really funny if I start reading it and I remember that I've read it. But anyway, MJ made such a plea for this book that I was just like, okay, I've got to read it. So this one was under the tree for us all. This stack didn't really have any name to it, so it's just all our books. And so I'm looking forward to reading this one as probably my first banned book of the year. Can't wait. And then A Song for Ella Gray by David Almond, because I just love David Almond stuff. Excited to see what that one is.
What is it about?
It looks really easy. I should have been doing this one for my last book.
Is it written in verse, or is it just really short sentences?
Short chapters and stuff. Story of first love, a love song that draws on ancient mythical forces.
So it's a magic-y one?
Maybe. I love his stuff. Love. And then Jenna Evans Welch. I've read her first one, and then I got her second one at the bookstore a while back, and now this is another one. They're not really a series. They're just like similar books.
Theme.
Yeah. Love and Luck. Love and Gelato is the one I read. Love and Olives is the other one I got. So
We own Love and Olives?
I think. Really cute. YA rom-coms that take place like in Europe, cool, exotic Europe settings. And then I got Lola and the Boy Next Door because I had the other two of this series and I did never have this one. And this is my favorite one. So I wanted to complete the set. And it's also, it's just so good. And I'm going to do a reread this year. My plan is to reread. Jenny is holding me to it.
Which Jenny?
Jenny with a Y is holding me to it.
Does she love that one too?
Yes.
Nice.
And then I've got Tress of the Emerald Sea by Brandon Sanderson. And this is going to be one of the first books that I'm reading for that award judging project that I've mentioned. So I need to get going on this one too, real quick. And I realized that it says somewhere that it's a Cosmere book. So I thought it was no connection to the Cosmere, but it is connected to the Cosmere.
But it's a cozy fantasy.
It is a cozy fantasy. I read that somewhere too just the other day.
He's
Where was
hopping
it?
on the cozy fantasy train.
Cozy fantasy. We'll find out what that even means. Okay, and then...
This one's not cozy.
Oh my gosh. So somebody here has talked me into maybe trying to do this book. House of Leaves, Mark Z. Danielewski. Anyway, she read this one this year. She thought it was an amazing experience.
It's crazy.
And so...
It takes a lot of work.
And it's a book that you can't get anywhere else except in its physical form, and it's usually pretty expensive, but was a deal that I could not pass up. So
$7. It's insane.
Normally, this says 24, but didn't we see it for like 30 somewhere?
I feel like it's usually like 35.
Anyway, so I'm a little nervous because this is a commitment. This will probably take me all year.
It won't take you all year.
And
I read it in maybe like
last year I said I was going to read Oathbringer all year long, and I didn't do it. And now this year I got to finish Oathbringer this year, but now I'm committing to another book that I feel like is going to take me all year, so we'll see. Anyway, I don't know how to explain this one. If you know, you know.
I like this sentence. It's about a family that moves into a house, and they discover that the house is 1/4 of an inch bigger on the inside than it is on the outside.
Which she says that all the time, and I always want to say, so what?
When
like,
I
who cares?
heard that, when I heard just that sentence, I immediately was like,
whoa,
like what? How's that work?
I would be like, so the house is weird. Nice. Anyway. There's something about this house, and it's in this really weird format that those blank pages. I don't know if I'm going to be smart enough to get it. That's all I have to say about that. Okay, also under the tree, this one my husband got. That means that we steal it.
We steal it.
But it's so big. Oh my gosh. And I don't know if Barbara Streisand reads her memoir, and this is something I'd rather have her tell me or not. But there's some awesome colored pictures in here too, color and otherwise, tons of pictures. So it will be fun to have the whole book. And then
we finally have obtained
the book of the year. Even though these ones don't match.
Sequel.
One of them is the black stuff and one of them isn't.
Yeah, this was the special edition.
Oh, well. So I'm a little nervous about this because it's been hyped so big. And I have read stuff where people have said they don't really like it that much. So I feel like it's either love it or hate it kind of book. So I'm nervous. What if I'm a hate it? And now I have these 2 books I got to read.
This one's signed.
Yay. This one actually was bought at one of the bookstores I went to in New England. And if you watch that bookstore video, you will see me zooming in on this book, and then I couldn't walk away without getting it. So I later went back to it and grabbed it and bought it and walked out of the store with it.
So you bought this one before you bought the first one?
Yes. So if you've seen that video, I can't remember which one, the one in Woodstock, Vermont is where I bought it, and you'll see me zooming in on it, and then I walked out of the store with it. So, and it was the last one that they had. She said that they had a whole bunch of signed copies, and a lot of people pre-ordered it, and it was kind of a crazy thing that their store did, and then they had one left, and so that's the one I ended up with. I just walked out of the store with. So, and inside this book right here, right now, I have to just show you.
Oh, I brought mine too. One second.
This is probably the best present I got for Christmas, which are these bookmarks that my grandkids designed and colored and said little cute notes to us.
These ones were to me.
And there's some inside jokes on here, which I found hilarious, that they thought of funny things that we've done over the year, and they put them on this these bookmarks. But
like, this is a bowl of rice with chopsticks.
Because they know.
Because they know I like Asian food and stuff.
So, anyway, that was a very special present that I was very excited about. All right. Hopefully we like this one. Let me know in the comments if you are a fan of Fourth Wing and if you're excited that we're going to read it. If you don't like it, don't tell me.
Only tell us if you like it.
Yeah. So that was Christmas Under the Tree, right?
Oh, wait. I had this one under the tree. It's Talk to Strangers by Matt Dahlia, who is a member of Yes Theory, which is a YouTube channel. But now Matt is leaving Yes Theory, but he wanted to write this memoir type thing about the Yes Theory story. And
I've watched a few Yes Theory things, but I'm really interested in this book just because the story sounds interesting. So I want to read it too.
yeah, I'm excited to read it.
Then Christmas Day, we went to a bookstore where my basically daughter-in-law works. She gets a lot of store credit for this used bookstore, and so her idea was that she would let her family come into the store on Christmas Day when it was closed. We would browse the store and we would all get to pick out one book, and then she would use her store credit towards that. So that was a fun event, and we'll see if it turns into a tradition. So anyway, I ended up from that outing with You Should See Me in a Crown by Leah Johnson. Leah Johnson? Is that how you say it? Which I've seen on lists and things, and it's also a Reese Witherspoon YA book club book. I don't know much else about it, but I just recognized it, and so got that one.
And I got Local Woman Missing by Mary Kubica, which is just a mystery thriller about a couple women in this town going missing, but then one of them comes back.
Oh.
Which is always, she came back, but is she gonna tell them what happened?
Or is she like scarred for life forever? And then I got a gift card from my coworker, and she had heard me raving about the new bookstore we have in our town called Second and Charles, which I know many of you have in your towns already. It's kind of a chain bookstore, it's not independent, right? But
it's very new to us.
It's very new to us, and I love their prices and their deals that they have, and the treasure hunt that it also provides, because you kind of have to search through it and find stuff. It's a little bit different from the used bookstore that we got these ones at, because this one truly feels like a used bookstore where you really never know.
Totally
random stuff. Yeah. But Second and Charles has all the new stuff and all the old stuff all mixed up together. And anyway, I got the gift card. Got the gift card, and so a couple days after Christmas, we went there and spent my gift card on these books. Right? These are the ones. Check and Mate by Ali Hazelwood, which we looked up while we were there. What had won Goodreads Choice Awards, and this was
the young adult.
This was the young adult.
Young adult winner.
Yeah, the one I'm trying to finish in the next day or two before the new year to count as my final and 50th read of the year. I have a bookmark in here too that Jenny with an I gave me. It's a noisy one. It's clinking around, but a really cute bookmark. So that another bookmark haul. Tori picked out this one.
The Housemaid by Frida McFadden. Because I've heard a lot about this one and a lot of people love it, but also we looked at the Goodreads winners, and The Housemaid's Secret, the sequel to this one, won the thriller category for this year. So you had to get the first one first.
Okay. And then I realized that I read The Darker Shade of Magic. I loved it. So why haven't I read the sequel? So anyway, I grabbed the sequel, which is called The Conjuring of Light by V.E. Schwab. And I loved that the guy that checked us out, oh my gosh, he was going ballistic over this author.
He totally stopped what he was doing and just looked at it for a few seconds in fondness.
Yes. Well, and he just said, this author is so good. This is the best author. And I'm like, oh, I know. I'm so excited. And then there was a pause, and he was like, this author is so good. So, everyone, this author is really good. I've only read A Darker Shade of Magic. haven't read her other stuff, and I'm just really dying to get to this one. It's fat, though. So fat. And then this one I got because this is January's book club book, so I need to get this one started really soon and see what all the fuss is about this book. And everybody at book club is like, oh, is this the octopus book? Yeah, this is the octopus book. Another one I feel like saying, if you know, you know, right? Because it's one of those things where some people are really into the octopus and some people really aren't. And it has Read with Jenna on it. I don't understand how people can become such great book influencers that they actually get covers made with their thing on them. That's an actual cover. It's not even a sticker.
It's really annoying.
Who the heck is Jenna, and why do I want to read with her?
Why do you have the authority to have your name on the cover,
Yes,
Jenna?
I don't understand this. Is this goals? Is this goals for us booktubers? To have a cover made with "Read with Suey" on it.
That's so weird.
This is when Tori picked out.
I convinced her to use this one to the gift card. Malibu Rising by Taylor Jenkins Reid, because Taylor Jenkins Reid is really good, and this one was used and signed, so cheap used signed hardcover.
And also, wasn't it on the Goodreads Choice Awards too?
Not this one.
Oh, I thought it was like maybe last year or something.
I don't know. I just
And it says,
heard good things about it.
"Read with Jenna."
Really? Gosh.
Who the heck is Jenna? Probably we're showing how stupid we are by not knowing who Jenna is.
I've never heard of Jenna.
Okay, so while we were at that bookstore buying those books with my gift card, there were signs everywhere that said, "Buy 5 used books, used fiction books, get 5 free." This could be a young adult, middle grade, any adult fiction. It's a really, really good deal. And it's so much fun to go in there and force yourself to find 10 books. Force yourself. But we didn't have time that day, so we went back just yesterday with friends, Cammie, Jane, shout out to them. And between the two of us, we got our 10 books. I got 5, you got 5. And Cammie and Jane shared, they each got 5. And I will put a picture up here of us with all of our books. That's our last 5.
Well, 10.
Our last 10,
5
5 each. David Arnold. Now, the other one I got was David Almond. But I love David Arnold too. Those two, sometimes I get mixed up, but I know that they're 2 different authors. Just saying. This one's called The Electric Kingdom, and I only just got it because I've read Mosquitoland, and I know I love his stuff. So, When We Were Infinite by Kelly Loy Gilbert. This one was literally just a random one. I've never heard of it, don't know the author. It just looks like a heartbreaking-ish, cool-ish. I'm guessing it's more of a heartbreaking one than a rom-com. Postcards from Summer by Cynthia Platt. Another one that I don't know anything about. It just looks like a cute romance. Not necessarily romance, it's a mother-daughter one too. And present and past stories mixed together, which I always love too. And then this is a David Yoon one. He's the husband of Nicola Yoon, if you guys don't know. And he writes his own great awesome YA stories. And this one is called Super Fake Love Song. So it's about a band, which I always love. And how he has to fake it. Yeah. So it's a mistaken identity one too, I think. Yeah.
That sounds fun.
Yeah. I just love his stuff. I read Frankly in Love, which is the one that's being promoted on the back there.
This is a book ick. Have you seen book ick videos?
Book ick. No.
Book ick is when they promote a different book on the back of a book.
So it gets you confused.
Yeah.
A book ick, huh?
Mm-hmm.
And then my last one is Aurora's End by Amy Kaufman and Jay Kristoff, who write the amazing Illuminae series. So I'm assuming this one is amazing too. And I don't think it's a series, or I hope it's not like the middle of a series or something, but it looks like a really cool science fiction, just like their others. So why not try that one?
This book showed up in my dream last night.
It did. Must have really made a huge impression on you.
Like the eyes. His face is creepy.
It's very creepy. Yeah. So I'm so excited about all of these, and hopefully it won't take me forever to get to them.
Intergalactic Battle.
Okay, so what did you get?
What did I get? I got Our Missing Hearts by Celeste Ng.
Is that how you say it?
I don't know. We need to once and for all learn how to say this name.
I know.
Because it's
annoying.
A lot of people have this name. Anyway, we read Little Fires Everywhere for book club once upon a time, and I enjoyed it. And so I've been wanting to read more of Celeste's other books, and this one was there. And you also have, what's the one that you got that one time?
My mind has gone blank, and I cannot think of what the name of it is. that one about everything I never told you. Everything I never told you.
I never told you.
Yeah, that's what it is. She writes really amazing stories.
Yeah, so excited for that one. I randomly picked up Bird Box.
Ugh.
I've never seen the Netflix movie or series or whatever it is, but I like scary books and stuff. And this one was really cheap. Will Grayson by John Green and David
Leviathan.
There's no it. There's Leviathan.
David.
Leviathan. Mom actually picked this one up and was like, I want to read this. And I was like, okay, cool, I'll get it.
Which is funny because we're like separating our books out. These are my books, these are your books.
But, I mean, we love John Green, and it's a BL story, and I like BL stories.
This is one of the first books I ever remember people talking about being a BL.
Oh, a BL book.
Yeah. Let's see when it's published. 2010.
2010.
So that was a while ago. Yeah. Back in the day when that was like a kind of a new thing to write about.
It's about two boys that have the same first and last name.
Oh, kind of like these guys.
This one was one... I had another book in my hand, and then I saw this one, and I switched it out for this one, because this one sounded interesting, and I've never heard of it before. Daughter by Kate McLaughlin. It's about a girl who has never known her dad her whole life. She only was raised by her mom. Then one day, her dad reaches out to her, and turns out he's a serial killer, and he's dying, and he wants her to, like, continue his legacy or something. So that sounds kind of fun.
His legacy of a serial killer killing?
I don't know. I don't know. He reaches out to her because he wants her to do something. We Should Hang Out Sometime by Josh Sundquist, which I have heard of this one. Somehow, I have no idea how. It was familiar for some reason. But I think it's like somewhat a memoir, but exaggerated or something.
Embarrassingly a true story?
Yeah.
Oh.
Like, it's his real story, but turned into, like, a book. He tracked down each of the girls he had tried to date since middle school and asked them straight up what went wrong.
It sounds so funny.
It sounds really fun.
When we read some of his other book, and it was fun.
You read it. I haven't read it yet.
You haven't read it?
No.
Oh, you should read it.
Anyway, so yeah, those were the 5 that I picked out yesterday.
I got this from my nephew for our Christmas Eve exchange. I have no shelf control. This is a very big visual example of no shelf control. And then also he gave me the socks. Can you see it?
Yeah.
I think they say I'm booked. Shout out to my nephew who gave me some cute bookish apparel. And I got a sweatshirt from my daughter that says bookish. You'll see me in that one another day probably.
And I got a shirt that says the book was better.
Okay, that's the end of our haul. I feel like this is probably the most books I've ever gotten for Christmas, ever. If you count...
the ones that we bought
Yeah,
ourselves.
the ones that we went and bought after Christmas at the store. If I was just to read all these books this year, I felt like I'd be doing good. Just these ones. Like, don't even add anything else to the pile. I should get busy and start reading right now.
Except we gotta go watch Anne of Green Gables right now.
We have to do that first.
Tomorrow we'll read.
Anyway.
Stayed up until 2 a.m. last night reading my book because it hooked me.
Oh, which one?
The Do-Over.
Oh, right. That's what you're reading. Okay, so speaking of, I even feel weird saying it.
We want to try doing a live.
Yes, she said it. Okay, so lives scare me to death, but I hear that they're kind of a fun thing and that I should start doing them. So she's going to do it with me so that I won't feel stupid. As stupid.
It's better to have someone to talk to.
I'm going to feel stupid, but not as stupid. So but we thought we would do a live discussing our statistics of the year. Numbers. Crunching the numbers, okay? And we have several categories of what we're going to be counting. And I'm going to stick those up somewhere, like maybe in a community post, so that you can crunch some numbers with us and be prepared ahead of time so that if you join us for that live, then you can share your numbers with us also. Okay? So be looking for that, and I don't know when we're going to do it. Maybe next weekend or something. As soon as we figure out when, I will let you know and schedule it so it will pop up somewhere. And yeah, I'm not sure how to do a live anyway, but we're going to flub our way through it and see what happens. And we thought it would be fun to discuss numbers and then have you join us and share your numbers with us at the same time. So that's planned. And I will do like my top 10 video soon, or 20, maybe I don't know what top it will be. I will do that soon, and also my goals for the year. So I'll be looking forward to that stuff. Until next time, happy reading.
Bye.